Emily here with Get Fit Now, and today I'm going to show you how to make my famous turkey meatloaf. So first I want to go through a breakdown of what you're going to need for this recipe. You're going to need 3 pounds of natural turkey breast. Now make sure you pick up antibiotic-free turkey. We have pick up turkey where there's no hormones added, and you're shooting for 99% fat-free when you're picking out your turkey. You're also going to need quick oats, so we pick up the Quaker quick 1-minute oats. You're going to need chopped onion or bell pepper, some Pam to spray your pans, low sodium soy sauce, tomato paste. We've got a little bit of garlic powder, thyme, and black pepper, some egg whites, low sodium chicken broth, and sugar-free ketchup. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start by just mixing all of our turkey meat into a large bowl. So I'm going to go ahead and add all this to my bowl. Now, this recipe is great for meal prep. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to make the muffins and how to make the monster meatloaf. And you can decide. We typically do one of each. That way the little muffins are super easy throughout the week to throw a couple in a Tupperware. But then also we like the option of having the larger meatloaf tray as well. Alright, so we got this mixed up. Perfect. So now that I've added all my meat, I'm going to start adding in all the other ingredients. So I'm going to add in 1 cup of these instant oats. I'm going to add in 3/4 cup of the chicken broth. Low sodium, remember. So I got that added in. I have 4 egg whites. So you can either buy the egg whites in the carton or you can separate them out. But notice, no yolks, just plain egg whites. So mix that in. Now, for the spices, you're just going to do a little dash of the pepper. So I'm just going to sprinkle some in here. You're shooting for about 1/8 of a teaspoon when you're mixing this in. You're also going to add about 1/8 of a teaspoon of thyme. So mix this in. Just gives it some flavor. And we're going to add in some garlic powder. Now, I like to use garlic powder just to save time, but you could also chop up some fresh garlic if you want. And you probably want about 1 to 2 cloves if you're chopping it up yourself. So add this in. Notice, I'm not adding any salt to this recipe, so this is garlic powder, not garlic salt. We're going to be getting enough sodium from some of our other ingredients here. Now, I went ahead, Dustin's not a huge bell pepper fan, and I just got him to start eating onions. So I do have 1 cup of diced onions. Like I said, if you love bell peppers, feel free to mix those in with the onions. I have my 1/4 cup of low sodium soy sauce and my 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. So now I'm going to mix this all up and then I'm going to show you how I get it ready to go in the oven. Alright, so I've got my mixture all mixed up. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Now, one thing you can do as well is you can go ahead and kind of saute up your onions or peppers and add all your liquid ingredients and then pour that over the turkey meat hot. So I do it either way. It really just depends on how much time I have. So now that I've got everything ready to go, I've got a glass cooking dish here and I have my muffin tray. And I'm just going to spray this down with some Pam. So got it good to go. Spray up my little muffins. And I just add it to the pan now. I'm going to add it. Make sure you pack it down really good when you're adding it to the dish. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. Like I said, you want to make sure you've got it packed down and spread out evenly in your tray. So this is what my tray looks like. And then I do have a good bit of mixture left. So I'm going to make little muffins out of this. I've got about this much left. I could have used a bigger tray, but like I said, I like the variety of having the convenience of the muffins and the monster meatloaf. So now I'm just going to put these into my muffin pan. making sure, again, they're packed down. You want to really make sure there's going to be no air in the meatloaf or the little muffins. So I should get about 6 muffins out of this. So if you're tired of eating chicken, and it's always good to have variety so you don't get bored with what you're eating, but I would definitely try this meal prep. When you meal prep this week, switch it up and try the turkey meatloaf and let us know what you think. Alright, so our last step is we're going to use about 1 cup of ketchup for all 3 pounds. So you're going to use 1 cup of ketchup, and you're just going to put an even layer on top of your meatloaf that's in your tray and on top of your mini muffins. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now I'm going to show you what my product looks like before I put it in the oven. So as you can see, I've kind of spread all my ketchup out. I divided 1 cup of sugar-free ketchup between this monster meatloaf, and I also coated my little mini muffins. Now it's up to you. You could make all muffins if you want, or you can do the combination of both. So my oven is set for 325. Now you've got to be really careful. The muffins are going to go in the oven for around 45 minutes. Your monster meatloaf is going to go in the oven for 1 hour and 20. So I set my alarm for 45 minutes, then I take my little mini muffins out, and then I go ahead and set it for the remainder of the time for my big meatloaf. So I'm going to throw these in. And we'll be back in 1 hour and 20 minutes to show you the end product. Alright, so my meatloaf is done. I'm going to cut off my timer, pull out my muffins. So here you are. Now I'm going to set the timer for another 45 minutes for the big meatloaf, but I wanted to show you what the little muffins turn out to look like. So all you have to do, now these are good to go, you still want to make sure you're weighing them out with your food scale though. So don't just assume that 1 muffin is 2 ounces of protein, weigh it out. Remember, ladies, you're shooting for 4, guys, you're shooting for 6. So I hope you enjoyed this really simple meal prep recipe with Get Fit Now. We're going to be working on some other awesome content. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel below and visit us on Facebook at Get Fit Now PT. I hope you have a great day.